All right. Hi, everyone. I am Cindy Carnes, the founder of Empowered Hours Club, and I'm super excited to be here today. We're with my dear friend, Lisa Bouta, and we are here today to talk about calming the chaos. But before we get to that, let's have Lisa. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I am Lisa Buddha. I am so sorry. That was that I did that on purpose.
Right.
I'm an intuitive coach and an environmental energy consultant, which means I douse, so I clear negative energy in spaces and homes, which I love doing. I also work with women who are shifting their relationships and careers and want a more meaningful work, more meaningful work and a successful life of fun, free, and freedom.
And I
Sorry.
love that because who doesn't want a successful life of fun and freedom? And
Exactly.
again, Lisa and I it's so much fun to be working together and where we're bringing our synergies together. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So, but today, like I said, we're here to talk about calming the chaos. So I help women create unstoppable momentum and revenue in their life and business while freeing up their time so that they can enjoy the success of the fruits of their success. And talking to women lately, what I've been hearing from a few of them is, oh my gosh, there's so much chaos. So many things. I have so many things going on in my head where I feel like I should be doing X, Y, Z, that I'm spread really thin. And it's actually kind of preventing them from moving what they feel is moving forward. So, an example, of course, I work with multi-passionate entrepreneurs. Lisa and I are both those, and we love to create, and we have so many ideas and so many things that we want to create. So that's what I consider is that chaos. So, Lisa, can you give us an example of a time that you felt like you were in total chaos?
Oh, eh, it's sometimes that's a weekly basis. However,
Daily. Yes.
um, because of working and collaborating with you, that is a lot less for me now than it used to be. The A lot of times, because I thought as an entrepreneur or someone who wanted to, I have a coaching business, I do dowsing, I do workshops and classes and all of that, plus any training I'm doing. So
Mm,
it's a lot. And I always thought I had to do it all by myself,
mm.
alone, all the time. And I was like, this that gets very uh hard. And a lot of times then when stuff is hard and I can't figure it out by myself, then I stop doing whatever. I just stop doing anything. So
Yeah.
the chaos is still swirling, but I have stopped doing. And that finding that collaborating with other women has been the best thing ever. I run a network group, and that collaboration has been fabulous. Just being able to like say what I do and even reinvent myself in that way. Just being able to put it out there has been great in calming any chaos that comes in. Because as Cindy said, multi-passionate entrepreneur, which does mean that we're interested and we love lots of different things. It's what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? And
Yeah.
then so literally the collaboration I have found for me helps in calming that chaos. So that's one thing. There's definitely other things in what can help. My oh, I lost the word. The meditation and the mindset and that my
Yeah.
routine that I have that I do for myself, that also helps a
Yeah.
lot, just to have that in my life every day
Yeah.
is really great.
Yeah, and we'll get into more about what it is that we do to really stop the chaos or calm the chaos. But definitely, I'm what I'm hearing is being an multi-passionate entrepreneur can create that fear or that paralyzing
Yes.
emotions to prevent us from actually creating nothing. So we've got all this stuff going in our head. We feel like we should because we talk a lot about mindset and what the negative words is. One is to that we want to do all these things, right? And we do have choices and we do have the freedoms to do all the things that we want. We really, really do. But when we're trying to do everything at once, that's when I think for me, it definitely creates chaos. And then when I start to guilt and shame myself, so I should be doing this, I'm not doing enough of that, I should be focused on this, but yet I want to be creating this other thing. And then when I take a really step back, it's like, but am I creating any momentum? Am I getting any momentum in anywhere? So a client of mine said the issue is that she gets bored, and I totally understand that. But yet she's still really in the proof of concept in her business. She has great ideas, proof of concept, and it is really to get some really strong momentum to then bring us into the next level. But before she allows that to happen, she starts jumping to the next thing and the next thing. And then all of a sudden, that momentum that we were created, that we started to see happening in our first thing goes away. That's how I feel. So I feel like you said, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, and I'm really paralyzed, and I shut down.
Yep.
And now you and I, we did a talk earlier on intuition and or not intuition, but inspiration.
Mhm.
And also we do know that those times of shutdown, that does kind of create inspiration, which we can talk about that too. So there is some good to that shutdown, but I think it's how long we let it paralyze us.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. It truly is. But like, how long do you let it just like, okay, are you going to let it paralyze you for months or just a day? I mean, it's like, what are you going to do to, um, transform it, to transform the paralyzing, not, I mean, it's just, and to move forward,
Yeah.
really. So,
Yeah, and don't you feel it's like that guilt? Because before, if you start telling yourself, well, I'm not meant to do this, then, right? I guess I'm just not
right.
smart enough to have my own business. I mean, no, then that negative talk comes in and, oh, well, nobody's going to follow me. Nobody's going to listen to me. Who's going to buy my products and services? When reality is we haven't even given it enough chance to get out there because we're trying to jump and juggle and do all many different things.
Right.
So that coming to the next then, so now we're in the state of chaos, and you mentioned a few things like your meditation and stuff, so I would like for you to go a little deeper on what is it when you identify that you're in a state of chaos and you want to bring calmness to that. So what is it that you do?
So again, like I said, I do, well, my routine or my personal self, you know, helping me is meditation and mindset. So that is something I do every day. I do it in the mornings before I get, most of the time before I even get out of bed. I grab my phone. I have meditations in there that I put on. I, relax back again. On weekends, I can go back to sleep sometimes,
Right.
which I'm all okay about.
Right.
So having that and having the that readily available, especially meditations, helps with the, being paralyzed and I'm not getting anything done. Because I can then get out of my thinking brain, which for me is just what is paralyzing me. I'm just, all the thoughts are going so fast and I'm not accomplishing anything. And then I'm making myself very, very wrong about me not accomplishing anything.
Yes.
So getting the meditations where I'm not thinking is great. So that, the other thing is like acknowledging literally acknowledging that's what's happening.
Yes.
I acknowledge that I am doing nothing because I am overwhelmed.
Yes.
And I went, oh, that's what's happening. Because sometimes you don't even know what's going on. Sometimes
Right.
you do, sometimes you don't. But I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go watch a show.
Yeah.
Because me watching a show is kind of mind numbing anyway. So that gets me out of my brain too.
Yeah.
I especially will, this is just a little trick I've figured out for myself, is I will go watch something that is funny. Because then I can laugh, and laughing actually makes your brain work a little differently. So once that happens, I can then start to move or clear the chaos.
Clear the chaos.
Yeah. Now I never clear the chaos completely, I don't think.
Right. Right.
But I can put it in a strategic order.
Right. Calming. It's calming the chaos. It's the rainbow after the storm.
Yes.
Right? It's calming the chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah. And yeah, so we talked a little, yes, for me, for sure. It's definitely that. And I love what you said about acknowledgement. Acknowledge it's okay. It's acknowledging, you know what, it's happening and it's okay. And I get to choose now how I want to handle it and how I want to move forward. And so, and like I said, a little bit of that, we talk a little bit about strategic planning, and of course, and getting those thoughts out of our head and onto paper. But the other thing I loved what you said about a collaboration, meeting with other like-minded women or individuals is super, super helpful because we are validated that we're not alone. Otherwise, that paralyzing of that shame and that guilt, and I'm bad and I should be doing this and I should be doing that and I should be doing, and I'm not doing anything. And then, like you said, I mean, self-care for sure. It's like, yes, shutting down. I know about my DNA. I definitely know that when as you talk about energy so much, it's like we are absorbing all the energy around us and being out with, networking and all working wherever we are with a bunch of people. So sometimes we just need to shut it down and restore our energy for ourselves. So I love that. So, we talked, as the being in the storm of the chaos, how does it feel then now to be in the calm of how calming chaos in that state? How does it feel for you?
Oh, well, it feels a little miraculous a lot of times. It's just like,
Right.
oh, okay, things are working. Yay.
Things are working.
So it does sometimes feel a little miraculous. Like, how did that even happen? How did I manage that? So not that I go into it very much in my brain as to how, because it happened, and usually then the feeling is like an exhale that's just like, okay,
yeah, I can breathe.
Yeah, I can breathe, and now whatever shows up, I'm good to go. Yeah. I'm just good to go. I can always handle or figure out how to handle whatever is going to show up. Yeah. So there's that in once it's like, okay. And literally though, getting through that, sometimes it doesn't just take sometimes just, like 15 minutes. Oh, I did a meditation and now I can calm the chaos. It's just like, that's not necessarily how that goes.
Right. I love that. Right.
It could take a day.
Or a week or a month.
Right.
Or longer.
Or longer.
Right.
And there is something to the not just the acknowledging, but the letting yourself, it kind of, and I want to say off the hook about how everything is going.
Yes.
Sure. It's because it's just like there, how it's going is how it's supposed to go for you. Because you're going to learn something, you're going to acknowledge it, and then you'll be the doer, the doing person. You'll do something about
you'll
it,
be
and
the
the
rock
achievement.
star. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there is, maybe you're learning something for a week, like, and I would definitely ask your higher power, what is it I'm supposed to learn this week? Then if I all the chaos is happening, what am I supposed to learn? What's supposed to be the thing I'm about today, this week, this month, whatever it is. And if you feel like it's like this hour, say that, so there to me, that will be an easy ask. It's just an easy ask. What am I supposed to learn? So
I love that. So a lot of times no, this is like, wow, I love the direction that we're headed. And so a lot of times I say to my clients, it's a temperature check, right? And that temperature check could be hours, it could be minutes, it could be months, it could be weeks or whatever. A little bit about my story, of course, when I came from corporate America, but I launched 2020, August of 2020, a full entrepreneurship, 100% self-employed. And I thought I had an idea. I did have an idea of what that was going to look like. 2 years later, it's completely different. And how that happened was going through the storm, going through the chaos, allowing myself to sit with those feelings and process those feelings. And like you said, so much, of course, working with you for so long too has helped. And it's like acknowledging that something's going on. What lesson what lesson is it for me to learn?
Yeah.
And then it's accepting, acknowledge, and then taking action. And so many times we think the action piece is so big. Like, I got to leave my 6-figure job. And no, I don't say that that's why the step that we have to take. There's lots of little steps that we can do to get there. But oh my gosh, there's so many good nuggets in this conversation. Lisa and I, we talk off camera. I don't even know how many hours, we coach, so we have 168 hours a week. I honestly don't know how many hours of that Lisa and I actually chat off camera. So, but we have our conversation, we can continue to go deeper and deeper with this, but I just want to say, Lisa, is there anything else that's coming up for you for this topic as we go to close?
Well, the one, to me, one of the key words that you said was allowing.
Yeah.
That to me is truly allow what's happening to happen. Like if it's chaos, allow it. Allowing and acknowledging are two of the best things, because it can, it can actually make the chaos not so chaotic. And when you said allowing, I was, that's the best word right there. It's just allow it, and then allow what's next. So yeah, I just love that.
Yeah. And enjoying, right? And staying, it allows you then to be present.
Yes.
So when you acknowledge and you're accepting that this is what's happening, you're allowing it to happen, you get to be present. And really that is learning a new skill set. So then for another talk in the future is like when things are going great, right? Instead of creating chaos by sitting there going, ooh, I am thinking about a million different things. It's simply being present in the moment and enjoying or accepting or allowing whatever that is to happen.
Absolutely.
I am so grateful for you and our friendship and our relationship and things that we are creating in the world. It's fantastic. Thank you for being with me here today, this evening, whenever you are, if those that are watching, if you have topics, if you have information, anything that comes up for you when you're watching this conversation, feel free to put it in the comments. We'll have our contact information at the end of this video. And, we're happy that you're here. And until our next video.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate you.
Yes. All right. Thanks. Until next time.
All right, bye-bye.